Hey, what's up, Beasleys and Kaylin? So this video is just to bring you up to speed with what we shared this last Sunday. I'm going to be away, and so I was hoping to be able to catch you up this weekend, but I'm going to be in Oklahoma. So please take the time to listen through the end of this video because I want to make sure that every single one of our coaches is on the exact same page. All right, first of all, we've talked about this a little bit, but one of the things we shared with the entire team is what God did through our campus and ministry in 2015 and what's going to be happening in 2016. So here are some statistics for 2015. Life Kids, average weekly attendance in 2014 was 168. 2015, 213 kids a weekend. That's a huge jump. And in fact, that is, as you already know, 26.67% growth year over year, which is tremendous growth. Pastor Craig, when he talks about ideal growth, he talks about 20%. So the fact that we're over and above that is amazing. Our average weekly attendance is in 2015 was 874, which is up 18%. So as a campus, we have grown tremendously. Because of that, we added our sixth experience, Saturday night. You know what I'm talking about, Kaylin. And then, obviously, adding that experience made a greater need for our volunteers. And then, take a guess, how many hands for salvation did we have in 2015? Did you say 100? 200? That is incorrect. 866 people raised their hand. That's nuts. That is incredible, and that's why we do what we do. Because not only are we leading kids to become fully devoted followers of Christ, but those hands are only the people in the auditorium. So who knows what happened in Life Kids, in kids' hearts, but practically speaking, because of what we're doing in Life Kids, we made it possible for every single one of those hands. So it's just amazing to see what God has done in 2015. But the truth is what got us through 2015 is not going to get us to the end of 2016. Because what we're anticipating with a building at the end of the year is not 26% growth. We're talking about exponential growth. With that being said, you can imagine today, with the team that we have, with the systems we have in place, that's just not going to fly for Life Kids at the end of this year. So we need to think different. What got us here isn't going to get us there. And so one of the things that we talked about as a team is some characteristics as highest level leaders. Now you guys represent the highest level leaders on our campus. The responsibility and authority we have given you is pretty serious, and so I hope that you understand that, and we don't take that responsibility lightly, and we hope that you don't either, or certainly we don't want you to take it lightly, because we see something special in every single one of you guys, and want to make sure that you, first of all, see that in yourself, and two, that you are owning that level of responsibility. So with that, we are resetting the bar for 2016 for every single coach. What does that mean? Actually, on the Albany Coach GroupMe, there is a picture of a whiteboard and some different characteristics that everybody at this meeting just shared, that characteristics that are in a good leader. So look at those different words. Some of those are consistency, responsibility. What is it for you that you know that you need to step up in? So just be thinking about what it takes to be a good leader and where you guys need to improve and address and whatever. And then the other thing more generally is this year, the word that Pastor Ryan came up with for our campus is resolved. That we're going to be resolved, that it's all about Jesus. That the thing that's going to get us through 2016 is unquestionably Jesus, that we're growing in our faith, that we're leading by example. So as highest level leaders, I first need to make sure that I'm right with God and that I'm growing and that I am doing everything that I need to put Jesus first, to put God first, my family, in my own life and all that good stuff. So that oftentimes that goes without saying, but I want to make sure to say it so that you guys can put your focus there. We're not going to tell any of our leaders to do anything that we're not already going to do, or we're not going to lead the way in doing. And that comes with generosity, with living a life of integrity, with all those things that we believe and that we say in our code. So just relationship with Christ needs to come first. So if there are any questions or any areas where you need some support or you feel like you're struggling with, please, that's what I'm here for, and that's what I definitely want to do to encourage you guys. Okay, so what got us through 2015 is not going to get us through 2016. So be thinking and praying specifically about what it is that God needs to do in you to grow you as a leader. Okay, so what does it mean to be a coach? I'm also going to send you guys just a breakdown that I think I've given you guys before of just what it means to be a coach. How do you invest in your small groups? And that's the group of leaders that you have on a weekly basis. So it's checking in with them weekly. It's knowing what's going on in their lives, praying for them, again, leading by example, making sure that they're leading their experiences excellently. So are they executing the curriculum well? How are they doing in small groups? How are they doing in terms of our lead small philosophy? Are they partnering with parents? All of those things. So I'll send you that, read through that, and make sure that you're real clear on the responsibilities of a coach. And then another thing is, again, we're not going to ask our people to do anything that we're not going to do. So what I'm also going to share with you is this tentative calendar of events. These are things that we expect, first of all of you guys certainly to be at, but then just leading the way and encouraging all of our people to be involved in. So I just want to go through these few things. First of all, coming up, 30-second theology. That's coming up February 6th and 7th. We're definitely going to need beefed up staff, beefed up leaders for every single one of those experiences, especially Saturday night. So make sure that you have more than enough on those teams because this is going to be a huge weekend. This is going to be one of the largest attended weekends of the year. So we want to be sure and be ready for that. The second is Life Kids training. This is a big deal and something that we are long overdue. February 20th from 9:30 to 11:30. We need every single leader there, certainly every single coach to be there. The agenda is still being determined, and we're going to work on that probably a little bit Thursday night. But that's going to be a big deal. And so what I'm going to need from you guys is to be inviting your team personally. I want everybody signing on the dotted line that they are going to be there. This is absolutely mandatory. The next is Easter. Easter is March 26th and 27th. We'll add experiences. I don't know what that's going to look like, but that's definitely going to mean we're going to need to staff it. So just be prepared mentally that we're going to need more experience in order to accommodate all our new families. June 6th. June 6th is basic training. We do this every single year. This is a training that includes probably everybody on the campus, at the very least every weekend volunteer. And this is a training that gets everybody excited for at the movies. We'll announce what our theme is. We'll talk about the extra experiences. We'll get people signed up to serve. So definitely make sure to clear your schedule for that. July is at the movies. So I think you guys have all been through at the movies, I believe. So what we always do is we add extra experiences. But it's super fun. We'll have a build week that we want you guys to be a part of. We'll do something special for kids, but July, that is a time when it's all hands on deck. Typically for churches, July is the lowest attended month of the year. For us in Life Church, it is the highest attended. So we need our highest level leaders there, all hands on deck to be ready for what God is going to do. This is basically our mission field that month. Thanksgiving weekend, we have a worship night, and then Christmas experiences. We'll just add more experiences. Christmas falls on Sunday, so what we'll do is we won't have a typical Sunday set of experiences. We're going to have them at some point Wednesday through Saturday or Thursday through Saturday. So we don't know what those particular dates are. Just keep it in your mind, though, that we'll be adding those, and we'll be sure to need solid staffing for that. Okay. But you can just go through that. Put these in your calendar now to make sure that nothing interferes with that. And then just generally, this, again, I can't say enough. These are things that the expectation is that you guys are at and that you're leading the way. So whatever has happened in the past, it's in the past. We're resetting the bar to make sure that the expectation is clear, that we want you guys to be confused for staff. So part of that is just knowing what's going on our campus and leading the way in that. All right. The second thing that we talked about, which we'll talk more about Thursday, is scheduling. So all of you guys do your own scheduling, but that is definitely the future for everybody. So we just want to make sure that everybody is on point with Planning Center and all those different elements, and just being aware of where your holes are and letting your teams know where those holes are. Pray about it every experience. Make sure that they're leading the way in inviting and all that good stuff. So if you have any questions, I know this is a solid 10 minutes, but it honestly is just kind of scratching the surface from some of the things that we shared and talked about on Sunday. But just know that you guys are part of a really amazing team, not just Life Kids, but just our team of coaches. We're all excited about what God is going to do in 2016. Thank you, and I'll talk to you soon.